The other day, the phone rings. I pick up the phone. This guy says, Eddie, I'm so freaking pissed off. I have an 817 credit score, and they denied me. I swear, that's a real call I got from a trader named Todd, and I could hear the steam coming out of his ear through the phone. Here's a guy with one of the best credit scores in America, the kind of score banks are supposed to roll out the red carpet for. And he tried to finance a trading computer on my website, and he got slapped with a denial. He felt humiliated, he felt confused, and honestly, he felt a little insulted. So let me tell you what I told Todd, and let me tell you why this happens to a lot of traders, especially the self-employed ones. Because once you understand what's actually going on behind the denial, you'll never feel embarrassed about it again. Here's the first thing you need to burn into your brain. A financing denial with an 800 credit score almost never has anything to do with your credit quality. Let me say that again. It's not your credit. It's something else hiding behind the curtain. There are basically three things that trip up traders, and one of them catches people no matter how good their FICO score is. Three causes, and I'm going to walk you through every single one because one of them is almost certainly what got you. But before I do, let me hit you with something that surprised me. Financing friction is the fourth most common headache I hear about from traders. Out of every problem people call me with, slow computers, monitor confusion, getting denied or stuck financing is right up there near the top. So if this happens to you, you're in good company. Now let's crack open the first cause, and it's the sneakiest one. Here's a part that almost nobody understands. Most lenders don't just pull your FICO score. They pull from a giant background database called LexisNexis. Never heard of it? You're not alone. But LexisNexis is where a huge chunk of lenders go to verify who you are before they ever look at your credit score. Think of LexisNexis as your bank's private investigator. Before they approve a dime, they send this investigator to dig up everything about you, your name, your addresses, your identity history. And here's the problem. If that investigator's file on you has even a small mismatch, the whole deal stalls. Maybe you moved recently and your address doesn't match your records. Maybe your name is spelled differently somewhere else. Maybe there's an old data point that's just plain wrong. Your 800 FICO score is sitting there perfect and gleaming, but the LexisNexis file doesn't line up. So the lender can't verify you, and so they bail. Here's the fix. You can actually request your own LexisNexis consumer report for free and check it for errors, just like you check your other credit reports. If something's wrong, you dispute it. And a lot of traders find that one stale data point was the whole reason they got bounced. So that's loop number one. But what if your LexisNexis file's clean? What if your identity all lines up? Then it could be the second culprit. And this one's a real pain in the ass. Bank fraud flags. Here's what nobody tells you. When you make a larger purchase from a merchant your bank has never seen before, their fraud system can slam the brakes automatically. A high-end purchase from some specialized shop they never heard of, that's exactly the kind of transaction that lights up their fraud radar. It's like your bank is a bouncer who's never seen your friend before. Doesn't matter that your friend is a saint. He doesn't recognize a face, so he blocks the door. The bank thinks it's protecting you, and in a weird way it is, but it feels like a punch in the gut when you're just trying to buy a tool for your business. The fix here is even easier than the first one. You pick up the phone, you call the number on the back of your card, and you tell them, hey, this is a real purchase. I'm authorizing it. 30 seconds, the flag clears, you're back in business. Now here's where it gets really interesting, because this third cause is one that hits day traders the hardest. And if you trade for a living, lean in close. Let me hit you with a real quote from another trader. He said to me, and I quote, I don't get paid. I'm a day trader. I pay myself. And right there is the whole problem in one sentence. Self-employed income verification. Automated lending systems are built for one type of person, a W-2 employee with a steady paycheck from a big company. That's the box they're designed to check. But a day trader, you don't fit in that box. You don't have a boss cutting you a check every 2 weeks. Your income comes from your own trading account, your own business. So the automated system looks at you, it can't find a neat little employer and a neat little paycheck, and it gets confused. And when these systems get confused, they don't ask questions. They just say no. It's like showing up to a fancy restaurant with a strict dress code, except the dress code was written in 1985 and doesn't recognize what you're wearing. You look great. The system just can't process it. The fix, You use alternate income documentation, tax returns, bank statements, profit and loss records from your trading business, real proof that you make real money, just not through a traditional paycheck. Now look, up to this point, I've been talking mostly to the high credit score crowd, but let me speak directly to a different group of you right now, because I know you're out there and I know you're even afraid to ask. Maybe your score isn't 800. Maybe it's not even 700. I had one trader tell me his score dropped down into the 500s after some life stuff, and now he's even afraid to ask for anything. Now here's what I need you to hear. A lower credit score does not automatically mean you're locked out, not even close. The lending world is bigger than most people realize. There are vendors who specialize in working with folks whose credit isn't perfect. People rebuilding, people who hit a rough patch, people who are self-employed with a messy paper trail. Different lenders weigh things differently. One says no, the very next one may say yes. So whether you've got an 800 score or a 580, the worst thing you can do is assume the answer is no and never ask. Asking is free, and it costs you nothing to find out what doors are actually open. And that brings me to the part that ties this whole thing together. At Easy Trading Computers, we've got potential credit opportunities for every single credit type, not just the 800 score folks. Great credit, average credit, rebuilding credit, there's possibly a path for you. If you'd like to see exactly what financing options we have available, we have a number of them for all credit types. Just click the link in the description. It's right there. It'll walk you through the options for your situation. Now, I have to be straight with you because that's how I roll. We don't guarantee approval. All of these options are provided by third-party vendors. They're the ones who handle the approval. So please, read all the documentation carefully before you sign anything. Do your homework. That's just smart business. Now, I can already hear some of you say, Eddie, forget all this. I'll just pay cash. And you know what? That's totally fair. If you've got the cash and you want to keep it simple, absolutely go for it. No judgment here. But let me give you something to chew on. Say you buy a $3,500 trading machine. If you can finance that over, say, 24 or 36 months, when it's available for you, that's $3,500 that stays in your trading account, working for you, helping you catch your setups. Think about it. That same $3,500 could be your buffer on a bad day, or even better, a bigger size on a great setup. Why drain your trading capital for a tool when you can keep your powder dry and pay over time? Smart traders think about capital efficiently. Your money should be in the market, not locked up in a computer sitting on your desk. So let me bring it all home. A denial is not a dead end. It's almost always a LexisNexis mismatch, a fraud flag, or a paperwork problem. 3 causes, 3 real fixes. None of them mean you're a bad person or a bad bet. So if you got denied, whether you got a great score or a beat up one, don't take it personally. Take it as a clue. Check your LexisNexis report. Call your bank or pull together your documents. Also, don't be afraid to explore your options instead of giving up, and we have many of them. You're a trader. You solve problems for a living. This is just one more puzzle, and now you've got the answer key. And one more thing, once you sort out the financing, don't blow it by buying the wrong computer. I've watched too many traders get approved, get excited, and then grab a computer that chokes the second the market gets moving. So before you spend a dime, grab my free complete guide to trading computers. The link is in the description. It walks you through exactly what a trading computer actually is, so you get it right the first time. And I can't understand this. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Do yourself a favor, slam subscribe. I keep cranking out tips to help you trade with hardware that never lets you down. And if you want to see the ultimate computer that is built for trading, this is the video you want to watch next. My name is Eddie Z. Thanks for watching. May the trend be with you.